So, sorry, my son was hungry. So, she's a super badass. So, she's teaching Rey to be a Jedi. Now, none of these scenes work, but it's not anybody's fault because Carrie Fisher died. So, they did what they could with the scenes that they had. Right. So, actually, in all instances, I give this 2 thumbs up because you probably couldn't have made it better. Probably couldn't have gotten any better than what it was.
Are we talking about this movie or
this movie? Because she's dead in real life, you can't. They probably were kind of handcuffed on what to do with her. You might as well turn her into her mentor, because what else is she going to be able to talk about with the 9 scenes that they had to do?
And they could have done that, but they definitely could have left out the scene with beating up her brother.
Oh, yeah, they said they weren't going to use a CGI Leia, and they definitely used a CGI Leia.
Several times.
Just once. Just with that one. Just with that scene.
I thought Carrie Fisher died prior to this movie even starting.
Yeah. Yeah, but they used old footage from episode 7 and 8. They used clips that they didn't use in those movies, and then they just changed the background.
So copied and paste.
Yeah.
Nice.
So with the scenes that they had to work with, because they were trying not to use a CGI Leia for those scenes, I think that they did the best they could.
Yeah, I agree with that. I give it 1 thumbs up. I'm not going full 2.
So after that, Poe and Finn land, but the Millennium Falcon is all torn to shreds because they've been force leaping. So the hyperdrive is all screwed up.
Right.
The landing gear is kind of screwed up, which I don't really know why. Not yet. They land properly, but it's on fire.
That's right.
Right, and so they're making jokes and stuff.
At the base. They land at the base.
This movie, I've never seen the Millennium Falcon treated so poorly. It absolutely gets just wrecked.
Every time it takes off...
It gets damaged.
It gets just
Poe runs it into the side of the ice thing at the beginning of that scene.
Yep.
Right, and then Chewie gets mad at him. Yeah. And then it's on fire when they land. And then they crash land on Endor. Mm-hmm. What else? Is that? I mean, that's kind of it, right? The rest.
I'm trying to think of I think that was the 3 or 4. Terrible crashes.
Yeah.
Out of 8 movies maybe I think in 1 movie.
How did they get the Millennium Falcon back when they went to that desert planet? Because they ended up leaving.
It was what was Han Solo's old friend?
Oh, that's right. Okay, Lando picks it up.
Lando kind of sneaks in there real quick.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna jump way ahead. Mm-hmm. Okay. We have some Force connections with Kylo and Rey.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep. I think I know where we're going with this one.
So let's just talk about those. So we're gonna try to go in as best order as we possibly can, but we're probably gonna jump around a little bit just for sake of time. We're already at 20 minutes, so let's talk about the Force connection thing.
Right.
So the reason why they can have the Force connection is because they're the dyad. So if you don't know what the dyad is, you're basically the best of the best from both sides. Okay? You got the best Jedi and the best Sith. He's the worst Sith I've ever seen. So awful.
So bad.
So terrible.
And I genuinely just...
And he doesn't even want to be one. He's trying to make himself one, but he doesn't actually want to be a bad guy. Right. He's just...
Because he cries.
Yeah, he's like, I want to be like my grandfather. But like secretly deep down, he's upset, he's mad, and he feels alone.
Yeah. Which I genuinely don't like the actor that they casted.
That's a different video. We're not even, I don't have...
For me, it ties in why I don't like... Why I don't like Kylo Ren.
He's very moody.
Yeah.
Very moody. Baby's super pissed. He's tired.
He wants to take a bath.
Yeah. So, you don't like the Force connection thing.
Maybe the talking to each other.
How about seeing each other?
No, that's so dumb.
You don't like that?
No, it's
I don't
so
like that
dumb.
Either. What about being able to pass things through time and space?
Stupid.
Super stupid.
The dumbest
super stupid.
thing.
Super stupid.
The dumbest thing.
It's Star Wars super stupid stuff. Say that 5
Star
times.
Wars.
Star Wars super stupid stuff.
4 S's.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Star
Super
Wars.
stupid stuff. 4 S's.
4 S's.
The good old 4 S's.
SWSS. Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
Star
I forgot
Wars.
the W.
Star Wars. Super stuff.
Star Wars is 2 words.
No, I hate it too.
Yeah.
I hate it. You should not be able to pass things. Hey, Steven, ready?
Oh wow.
Where'd that come from?
All right. I'm gonna steal your necklace because I want to wear it.
No, he steals it because he wants to figure out where they are. So they're on the desert planet, right?
The first time
he sees that she's wearing it,
right,
and so he snatches it. He kind of gets a little titty grab in there too. If you notice that, he kind of grabs it a little bit.
Yeah,
sexual assault. He did that on purpose. Yeah. But anyways, he grabs the necklace. But what's super crazy about this is he goes, analyze this. Gives it to some random person that's standing next to him, and he analyzes it within like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Out of every planet in the entire galaxy, there's only one with that type of bark that happens to be making these necklaces because it's the 42nd anniversary of their party.
Which only happens once
every 42 years, which is kind of funny because 42 years ago, that's why they did it. 42 years ago was the first release of Star Wars.
Oh,
so that's kind of it's cute.
A little cute.
And so
42 years
ago.
Oh, God,
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. My mom's back there. She's like, oh my God.
I'm freaking old.
Anyways. So they go to the planet, which I don't remember what it's called.
It was, I don't know, some, I'm terrible with names, but I can describe it.
I don't remember. It's sandy. I don't like sand.
Sandy and little hills.
I don't like sand.
I don't
it's
mind
rough and coarse and it gets everywhere.
It just gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere. It's the episode 2 tie-in. And so they're trying to escape because they get sucked into the sand. She force heals the snake.
Dumb.
Well, it's not stupid if Baby Yoda can do it.
No, don't you dare bring Baby Yoda into
Don't
this.
bring Baby Yoda into this
so
trash.
hate videos.
You don't say that! Why did you say that name?
You're gonna have a target on your back.
So, she can force heal. I don't know who taught her, because it certainly wasn't Luke.
It definitely wasn't Leia.
Definitely wasn't Leia. Maybe it was off screen. You know, it could have been the books that she has. Or she's just so good at everything, she just knew what to do.
At the age of 27.
She just knew what to do with that snake's poo.
But why are they on the planet again?
They're getting the dagger. They're trying to find the Jedi hunter, right? That died there.
Right.
Right.
Jedi hunter is the one that
killed her parents.
Her parents.
Right. Okay. So she recognizes they get the dagger from the snake because the snake had it because it ate the hunter. Remember that?
Right, underneath in the tunnels.
Yeah.
In the quick.
For some reason, Poe doesn't like bones. I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
He has no problem just murdering people, shooting TIE fighters out of the air, but he doesn't like bones.
Is Poe the one that's secretly in love with her?
That's Finn.
Finn. Oh.
That's another thing. He's about to die because they think they're going to die in the quicksand, right?
Yeah.
Which, of course, they don't, right? Which it doesn't have any weight because all of the characters are in the sand. So you're like, well, we're only 20 minutes in the movie. Nobody's dying.
Yeah, no one's dying.
This is stupid. And so he's like, Ray, I got to tell you something. And then they never bring it up again.
Never.
We all know what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right? I have the hots for you, right? But they never talk about it.
Which
then it turns into a gag, kind of, because Poe's like, hey, what are we going to tell Ray? You want to do this now? We're about to die. You want to do this now? Yeah. Why? When else would you want to do it?
Yeah, we're about to die.
Yeah.
Just say it, man. Get it off your chest.
But you want to do it when Poe's not around? Well, that's not possible because you should be shot in about 10 seconds. So they get the dagger and then they're about to escape, but they can't go back to the Millennium Falcon. They have to go to the Hunter's ship, which has been there for years.
Fucking years.
30 years. But it's still working.
Let's flip this button. I knew it would work.
I know.
How did you
it's
know?
in perfect condition. No one stripped it, even though it's just flooded with Jawas on this planet. Because they tell you that. Be careful, there's a lot of Jawas. But they don't touch this ship.
Not this ship.
So they leave that ship alone.
It has no rust.
But before they can get off, Kylo shows up. So she goes out to the middle of the desert to confront him. And Chewie, for some reason, awkwardly follows.
Yeah, this is awesome.
And then somehow gets captured by the Knights of Ren.
Which is dumb because...
Which I hate, because if you went up against Chewie in a hand-to-hand combat,
Chewie
you would be annihilated.
Yeah.
Just like you see in Han Solo, where Chewie rips apart that guy.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not at all.
Nope.
He's just
he forgot to use his arms.
He's cuffed up. He's just like, all
Yep.
right,
And
you've won this battle. But he didn't just randomly follow her. They got the ship working, and
she goes to buy time.
Which she didn't have to, because the ship is now working.
Yeah, they could have probably left.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. But moving on. So Rey does the flip, which kind of looked cool.
It was alright.
What was stupid was the fact that she cuts the wing off, right?
Right.
And then goes and then go boom, and he just walks out.
He's like, not even a scratch. He had no damage to his face. His cape was still there.
His cape wasn't even on fire.
Yeah, that cape is
so
strong.
he must have used like a force bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
He must have used a force
At this
bubble.
point, I could believe that.
Yeah. There's so many new powers in this video.
Yeah.
In this movie. And then they have, they have the force battle. Because Chewie... So, you know what Finn does? You know what Finn's job is in this entire movie? Ray! That's all he does.
Scream at
Ray! Get back! Ray! They got Chewie! And so Chewie gets attacked, right?
Right.
And they get captured, and they're going away on the ship. So Rey tries to bring it back down, going total force unleashed here.
Right.
Right? But then Ben's like, no, you don't. And he stops it. And she gets frustrated because she's not stronger than Ben right now.
Right.
And so she zaps it. Just a little bit of electricity goes, and it goes, boom, and explodes. And then she feels just awful, obviously, because she just blew up Chewie. Chewie's dead.
Chewie's
for 2 minutes.
Which is dumb because one, she's maybe a football field's distance away from the ship.
Yeah.
How'd you
not see the other one?
How did a separatist ship just land and be like, "We're gonna arrest you"?
Yeah.
With no one noticing.
No one saw it. That I didn't think about that, but the only thing I thought about was one ship's leaving, right?
Yeah.
You're stopping it. The other one had Chewie on it.
Here.
Yeah, but you didn't see it.
You didn't see it.
You don't see it. You're just like, that's not the right one. This is the right one. And so it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
Really dumb.
So she zaps it, which confirms which confirms that that's Palpatine's granddaughter. Because
you shot the distance on that one.
Well, no, because Kylo, that's why he stopped. He tells you later. That's why he was testing her at the desert to see if what Palpatine said was true. Mm. And when she zapped it, because she has natural force lightning powers, which is supposed to be a dark side power. So maybe she's just naturally bad.
Maybe she's kind of like
a gray Jedi.
Mace Windu. Because Mace Windu is reason
he can't use force lightning.
No, but he knows
I don't like
both.
Any of this.
He knows both the dark and the light side, which is why his lightsaber is purple.
Sure.
So she just has one up on him.
Okay.
Which brings me back. How come the rocket ship blew up, but Palpatine didn't? When he
Don't jump ahead.
I'm not jumping.
I got so many things to complain about with that.
Jumping back to Star Wars Episode 6, when Palpatine's getting struck by his own lightning with Vader. How come he didn't explode like the ship did?
I don't know.
They don't tie anything.
Then maybe his lightning was weaker when he was stronger. And now he's better. He's faster. He's Batman. So she's mortified and she runs away, and Kylo lets her run away.
Yes, just lets her
to then chase her again. So they go to Kijimi. They go to Kijimi. Okay, so they go to Kijimi because they don't have the dagger because Chewie had the dagger
and he blew up.
But we find out that he's not. He's still alive. He's on Kylo's ship.
Right.
Okay. So they have to go to Kijimi in order to find a droid hacker to hack C-3PO to get the information from him because it's in Sith writing and he's not allowed to translate it.
Right.
Because it's built into his programming.
Which no one knew about.
It's plot armor. There's so much plot armor in this movie you could make a whole legion of battle droids. Okay, so just roll with the punches here. You gotta go find that little cute guy.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink to him.
We'll drink to him. I give that.
I that's the one drink that I'm gonna take from liking something in this film.
I don't remember his name, but he was literally like 6 inches tall.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so great. Yeah, I loved it. Everything about that character, I'm a big fan. I want a little guy to like. I want one of him to like put on my socks in the morning. That's what I wanted to do.
I'm gonna get you socks with that guy.
With that guy?
Yeah.
This is the closest
Designer
I'm ever gonna get. So. Okay, so where were we? Okay, so Kichimi.
Which
So.
is overran by.
It's overran by. Well, what they're doing is they're taking kids. They're taking babies to recruit them into the army and grow, and to raise them to be stormtroopers. That's why they're there. They're taking kids. Okay, and we find Poe's love interest.
Which we never find out who it is.
It's the girl with the helmet.
Right, but she never takes it off.
Never takes it off. You see her eyes.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen her with her helmet off. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
At least by the end of the film.
Right.
But she like definitely goes like Mandalorian. She never takes that thing off.
Ever.
Even when she's just standing there.
I don't even think she takes it off when she goes to bed.
Why? If you're just going to put it right back on again.
Probably
So-
keeps the face all moisturized.
She doesn't like him. And and she doesn't trust Rey, so they have a battle. And Rey bests her, obviously.
Of course.
Which was cool. I liked that scene. I thought that was cool. From there, we got some plot stuff going on. So, Rey has another Force link with Kylo, and they battle. They have a full-fledged lightsaber duel. Well, no, not yet, because that's when she's on his ship.
Right.
So what ends up actually happening is they get the little card. They get the little card that allows you to go to any ship.
Oh, the coin.
No questions asked.
The coin. Captain's coin.
Yeah, the captain. No questions asked.
No.
You just and no
plop it in.
follow up.
No. Just
No.
beep.
Beep. Just let them land. Let them do what they want.
Yep, never
Obviously, that's our captain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have the captain's coin.
No.
So they land. They shoot a couple guards. I've never seen stormtroopers worse than in this movie. They're so bad at shooting people.
They're garbage. Stormtroopers, though, have always been notorious.
But this is
bad.
the worst.
Was the worst.
Hands down the worst.
I don't think
So-
they could hit the bronze out of a barn. Or a ship.
You couldn't hit nothing even if you were shooting at nothing. That's how bad they are.
Wow.
Yeah. That doesn't even make any sense.
I'll go with it, though. I'll roll with it.
So, Rey goes into Kylo's bedroom.
Yes.
And that's where her lightsaber. That's where her lightsaber battle starts. That's where the Darth Vader helmet is.
Right.
That's where the dagger is. That's where Chewie's bowcaster is. So she's getting all Chewie's stuff.
Right.
And Poe and Finn are rescuing
Chewie.
And they have a full-fledged battle across time and space because he's down on the planet.
Right, because he...
And she's like 1,000 miles above the planet.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Dumb.
Super stupid.
Super. It's like
Star Wars super stupid moment.
SW...
SWSSSM.
moment. It took me a second to realize that.
SW triple SM.
SW triple SM.
Yeah.
That's my next tattoo.
Dude, I hope not.
I'm just kidding.
So, the only
really
reason
dumb.
why it doesn't make any sense, but the only reason why he finds out that she's on his ship is because they break the
Vader mask.
the mantle and the Vader mask lands on the floor.
Yep. He's like...
But what was she holding in her other hand?
The cube. Dagger.
Dagger. Who had the dagger?
Chewie.
Who then had the dagger after Chewie?
His ship.
So if she was holding the dagger when he was fighting her, why does he not know immediately where she is? Why does the Vader mask have to fall to the floor for him to find out that she's on the ship where the dagger was?
I think
if she's holding the dagger.
Right. I think it's because he has such a deeper connection with that mask. Because it's been in his possession for so long. He has some sort of personal relationship with it. He talks to it. So it's all the guy. He's like, my best friend.
But no.
That's my opinion. You asked.
No. give me that guy.
Which one? You have.
That one. Yeah. Give me this guy. If this is my pride, my proudest possession.
Yeah.
This is my father's mask. Okay. All right. So it's sitting here.
Right.
It's on a mantle.
Right.
Give me another one.
Go with the
This is the dagger. This is Harley Quinn.
and then bat.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll go with it.
So this is Harley Quinn.
She's dressed up for Halloween.
That's true. And okay, so is this Harley Quinn?
That's Harley Quinn's outfit.
I don't know. It looks. I don't know. I don't know who this is anymore. So let's just assume this is the dagger.
Right.
This is the mantle.
Right.
You and I are fighting.
Mhm.
Okay. If I have the dagger in this hand, and I'm fighting with my lightsaber in the third hand that I have, okay.
Mhm.
This hasn't fallen yet. Should you know where I am?
Not necessarily.
How do you not know where I am if I'm holding the dagger that's in your room?
Because he had just gotten it that day. He's never had that. He has
But it's in your room.
right, but he has a connection with that mask. He knows that mask.
But you can see it in my hand.
I can't see you though. If I saw you in my, I would know. Oh, you're in my.
He was looking at her. They had a full-on fight. They had a lightsaber duel.
Right, but the audience sees that. Them as individuals, they don't see it because if you were in my bedroom right now, I know exactly what my.
But you
bedroom
can
looks
see
like.
me through that force link. They were looking at each other.
Well, then the backdrop for them was black. Because if you were in my room right now, and
But I was holding it. So if you can see my hand with the lightsaber, why
Right.
can't you see my hand with the dagger?
because my hand's back here. In the
You're
dark.
totally just
I'm just-
trying to grasp straws here.
No,
because it
because
doesn't make sense.
If you were in my bedroom right now, I know exactly what my bedroom looks like.
Right.
It's dirty right now.
Okay.
And if we're fighting, I'd be like, you don't even have to have a knife in your hand. I'd be like, you're in my bedroom. Why are you in my bedroom?
Right.
So
No, the backgrounds are different. They can all they can see is their own background.
right.
But they can see the person. That's why they can duel.
Right.
So if you can see the person and you can see me fighting and I have a dagger in this hand
I see what you're saying now.
and you look at it and you're like, "Oh, that's the dagger in my room."
Man.
And then this falls, you're like, "That's this! You're in my room!"
Give me my ship. I'm going up to my.
Doesn't make any sense. Put these
Want
back.
these back into their original spots?
Drink into this.
Are we drinking that one?
I hate
'cause
it.
we hated it.
I hate it.
Different opinions on why, but we'll drink it.
We're gonna jump all the way.
Oh, to the.
We're gonna jump all the way because
This video is 2.5 hours almost.
it's not quite. It's getting on towards an hour though. This movie is so.
Yes, it is.
This movie's so bad. It's not our fault.
You
Mom.
enjoy
We
hearing
ha-
us bitch
We
about
have we have to talk about these things.
I enjoy telling your son that you're a nerd.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So
We'll be nerds together.
Ray does not like the fact that she's a Palpatine. So he tells her in this scene that she's a Palpatine.
Kylo does, or are we at the point?
Kylo tells Ray that your parents were nobody because Palpatine disowned his son and then murdered his son with the Hunter, and they protected you by not revealing where you were. So your parents were nobody, but your grandfather's somebody. That's what it turned out to be.
Right.
So the whole plot, the whole message of Episode 8 is that anybody can be a Jedi. It's not because you were born into lineage. Like, you don't have to be like Mace Windu's great aunt in order to have Force powers.
Yeah, look at Leia.
It's anybody can be. I thought that was always the case because Jedi had Jedi seekers where they would go out and find Force-sensitive kids, and they would ask their parents if they could take them with so they could train them as Jedi. So I always thought that it was just random people, but I guess not. And so, or maybe they just changed it for this message to try to like really bring home that message. But then they ruined that message by saying, "Look, your parents were nobody important, but
your
grandfather happens to be the craziest Sith Lord of all time.
that lives.
So you're kind of a big deal." Yeah. So it doesn't even work. But
It's contradicting to their message.
so she exiles herself on Octu, where Luke was.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we're jumping. We're jumping. He doesn't reveal it yet. They go to Endor first. They go to Endor
Which one's
first.
Endor?
Where the Death Star is. She gets to the
Yep.
she gets to the Death Star. She gets the Wayfinder, and then she fights herself for 16 seconds. So that whole trailer of Darth Ray
Was
is a
just
vision
vision.
of what will happen to her if Palpatine turns her to the dark side.
Right.
Right.
Which would be just as equally as dumb as her
Actually,
as a Jedi.
I would have loved to see. I'll tell you when we get there. So he shows up and breaks the Wayfinder. He's like, the only way you're getting to Exegol is if you come with me. Right? So he breaks it in his hand.
Yeah.
So strong. Strong like bull.
I am strong like a bull.
Yeah, he break things with hand. And so he breaks it, and then they duel.
Yes.
Big lightsaber battle, and I like this because it rhymes. Episode 3, big fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan was on a lava planet.
Yes. This one's on a
Water planet.
water planet.
Clever.
And then Luke and Vader is on a like a tropical forest planet.
Luke and Vader, tropical forest. No, they fight up in space.
What's the one that 6 isn't that the one where he rides the elevator up with Vader handcuffed?
Yeah, and
That's
then
not-
they get on a
that's
ship
right.
and they go to.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Close enough.
I don't know about you, but I thought the prequels, the force jumping and the athletic ability in the prequels was way better than this. When they're doing force leaps over the water, I was like, they're clearly on a string because they're like,
Right.
and it's just a really weird like
Floating.
they're floating awkwardly, and it doesn't really work. Everyone thought that, from what I've watched or read, everyone thought that that was really cool looking. I did not like it.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact because that's a lot of stuff going in one picture or one like 5-minute scene. There's a bunch of water waves going over this giant rock and they're jumping and
Right.
that's just a lot of movement.
So Rey's losing for the first time in 3 movies. She's losing a duel
Right, after 6
because
months of
she's
training.
getting angry
Right.
and she's losing control.
Which we've seen in every single movie.
Yeah, no, she's been angry the entire time.
Yeah.
But she's losing control, and she's losing. And she gets beaten down to her knees, and he stops because Leia says Ben.
Right. Now she's force talking.
She's force talking. Everybody can force talk. And so maybe it's not a power that only the dyads can do. Well, it clearly isn't because Luke force projected. There's just so many powers.
There's so many
I
powers.
can't keep it all straight. I can't. There's just so many things that people can do now. I just wish that they kept it simple to where you could like force jump, you could force persuade, you could force push, you had lightning if you were a bad guy, and you could do all those things. And then you had you had like athletic ability, so you could fight really well.
And then Yoda, I know he's dead, but Yoda had the power where you can absorb, right?
Yeah.
Keep that power.
Yeah, but like that's
2
it.
hands.
But that's it.
You need 2 hands.
But no more powers.
no.
So Leia can talk to Ben, and basically Ben finds out that Leia died because she goes Ben, and then she dies,
Right.
and that makes him cry and stop, and he drops his lightsaber. Rey catches it and then stabs him, and then she finds out that Leia dies.
Because of the force, because
of the
her
Force.
master died.
Right. So he's sitting there dying, and she heals him.
Which is so dumb.
There's a lot of healing in this movie.
Why not just let him
So
die?
many people
Got healed.
get healed from dying. So
Yeah.
then she says, "I would have taken your hand if it was Ben's hand," meaning I would have.
Taking the path Ben would have taken.
Yeah. And so she turns away from the dark side again, and that makes him think. So she takes a ship. So he's stuck there. So I don't know how he gets off, but she takes a ship,
Which gets him thinking.
and then Han shows up. I liked this scene.
I did not.
A lot of people didn't like the scene. You don't like this scene.
And we can get...
I like this scene a lot. I don't like the fact that Luke and Han never got to see each other in all 3 of these films, but I like that Han was the one to bring Kylo back to the good side. I would have rather him not go back to the good side at all and just been a really bad guy. Like a bad guy. Worthy of the mantle of Darth Sidious instead of being another moody person. But that's the Skywalkers. They're just all moody. So it makes sense.
People.
But if he was going to turn back to the good side, which I wish he hadn't, this is how I would want it to do.
I didn't like it because from what little Star Wars I know, I've been getting into a lot more. to force project yourself is a very hard task.
No, Han Solo isn't a Force ghost because he's dead from episode 7.
Right.
It's a memory of Ben. He's hallucinating. You like it more now.
I like it more now.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like at the end of 6 when when Yoda, Anakin, and Obi-Wan were all sitting on the log in episode 6.
One fell off.
Bumped his head. Had fucking Kylo Ren. That's how he was born. But you know what I'm talking about?
Under the log was a little stick. And I was like, that log had a child.
That's my Instagram bio.
I saw that. That's so funny.
No, but do you know what I'm talking about? In episode 6 when he's burning Vader.
Yes. Oh, and the Force ghosts show up.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
That's how
Only Jedis can do that.
But that's how I perceived Han.
If he was glowing, but he wasn't glowing. He was just there. Yeah, they roped him into another movie. Yeah, which I'm sure Han Solo was not pumped about because he hates being Harrison Ford because he hates being Han Solo. He wanted that character to die 30 years ago. So he comes back and he turns him back to the good side, and Kylo goes, "Dad," but he doesn't finish it. So it's either he was either going to say I'm sorry or I love you or something like that. But then they tie in episode 5, which is the one that worked for me, where he goes, "Dad," doesn't finish the sentence, which is why I think it's I love you, because Harrison Ford, Han Solo goes, "I know," which is what Leia says, "I love you" in episode 5, and then he goes, "I know," and then he goes into carbonite.
Oh.
So I thought that worked. Nice touch.
What a good tie-in.
I thought that was the only good one.
Easter egg right there.
I thought it was the only good one in the entire movie.
I like that.
Yeah. So you like that scene more now?
I like the scene more now.
I won him over in one good scene the whole movie.
Now I can't drink.
Can't drink it.
Can I drink for liking?
No.
I can't do it.
I accidentally did.
You did.
I just
Can I accidentally drink for liking?
Nope.
Okay.
So she finds out in this fight that she's Palpatine. She's Palpatine lineage.
Right.
And she doesn't like that.
Not
Somehow
one
she
bit.
knows who that is, right? So she knows that Palpatine's no bueno.
Right.
Okay, so she sends herself to Octu to live in exile.
Exile, just like
Burns
they
her
did.
ship so she can't get off the planet.
And then doesn't
And
she...
burns the she doesn't know the Wayfinder's on that ship. There's no like back bedroom, so I don't know how she didn't see it when she was getting in on the ship because it's sitting right next to the cockpit.
It's right.
But,
It's in the cup holder.
Yeah, but she doesn't know it's on there, so she burns it, and then she goes to throw Luke's lightsaber into the fire.
And Luke's like,
And Luke catches it. He Tom Brady's it. He's like, "Gah!"
what are you doing?
Yeah, a lot of people throw Luke's lightsaber. Luke throws Luke's lightsaber in episode 8. And she throws Luke's lightsaber in episode 9. She got mad at him for throwing Luke's lightsaber at episode 8. And then she throws it later.
What a hypocrite.
There's a lot of people throwing Luke's lightsaber around. So he kind of tries to retcon episode 8 a little bit in this, where he goes, you shouldn't throw something, you shouldn't throw a Jedi's weapon. So he kind of like retcons the fact that he shouldn't have thrown his weapon over his shoulder.
Right.
Yeah, which I at least appreciated.
I can appreciate that.
So he calms her down. He brings her back. He's like, look, I knew, Yoda knew, Leia knew, everybody knew that you were a Palpatine. We trained you anyways because we saw that you were a good person. Even though Luke wouldn't train her for like 3 days.
Right.
Right. But
Now he's taking credit
saw
for
that,
other people's
I know, what a jerk.
Yeah.
But we saw that you were a good person, and so we trained you anyways. I like that. Means that you can dictate your own fate, which I like.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's good.
so-
I like that. I'll agree with that one.
He's like, you got to go take down the Emperor. And she's like, I can't get off the planet. He's like, you have everything that you need right here. And then he goes, boo! And so he pulls the Yoda from episode 5.
Right.
And lifts the X-Wing out of the water.
Right.
Right? Which I thought was cool.
But I mean, if we're gonna think that's cool, then we have to think that the sand ship that had been there for years still worked. You can't think dry
ship.
Dry ship is better.
Dry
than
ship, wet
Wet
ship.
ship would have been worse.
White ship, white ship, red ship, blue ship, red ship. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying though?
It's a Dr. Seuss movie. Okay.
Because at least
Oh, damn it. Yeah, it should be like waterlogged. That
right,
doesn't
because
make any
didn't
sense.
Luke worked on it after it was brought out of the mud.
Oh, he repaired it.
Yeah, because
Okay, well then it's not as weird.
no, he repaired it when Yoda was alive. When Yoda brought it back out, it was all muddy.
Oh,
He was
you're back
fixing
in
it.
episode 5.
Yeah, and then he takes off. He's like, I gotta go. And
Right.
in this movie, he just lifts it out, and she's like, no. There's
Oh,
no.
we're gonna have to move past this. Another video. Too many plot holes,
I
man.
didn't like that. I didn't like that part.
You didn't like that scene? I like that
That's funny,
scene.
yeah.
I'm willing to look past it. It's within the realm of believability for me. So he gives her Leia's lightsaber, and this is where the flashback with Leia and Luke happens.
Right. The duel.
Gives Luke and Leia lightsabers to Rey, says you're gonna need both of these.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, we're gonna get double lightsaber battle against Darth Sidious. This is gonna
Right.
be fucking crazy. Doesn't happen. But she also finds out that the Wayfinder was in the TIE fighter the whole time.
Right.
Kylo can just break it in his hand, but burning it at like 900 degrees doesn't work. No, it works perfectly fine.
Didn't char it.
Didn't even char it. It was functioning completely.
Yeah.
So she flies to Exegol to face the Emperor,
Right.
and
Still alone,
because Kylo quit, he threw his lightsaber into the water.
right. And he's still stranded.
Right, but she also sends a signal so all the good guys can go
Right.
to take down all these ships. This is why this doesn't work. Darth Sidious had 10,000 battle-ready Star Destroyers, all having Death Star technology.
Yes.
And he waited, why? To take over the galaxy? Nobody could beat that. 0% of people would be able to take that down once they were all functioning out in space.
Right, because every
Why
single one of them
did he
had a
wait?
world destroyer.
Why did he wait?
He wanted to have either Rey killed or as an apprentice. He wanted her either on the Sith or dead before he attacked.
Why?
I have no clue.
Why not attack when she was 9?
Did he know where she was?
Not just attack her planet, just
Just
attack
attack.
in general. Why not just, you know what? We got everything we need. If we find her, great. If not, I got Ben. I'll make him work.
Right.
Yeah. Why not just do that? Why monologue for 30 years?
60.
60 years.
Because Rey and
Plot.
plot.
Cause Disney.
Because, yeah, Disney
'Cause
just wanted
Disney.
to add another 45 minutes to a terrible movie.
So, Rey goes up against Palpatine. He's like, I want you to strike me down with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
Weird. It's like he said the exact same thing to...
I feel like I heard it somewhere.
Oh, Star Trek.
So, and the reason why is because if he gets killed by her, he will transfer his essence. He will go inside her.
Yeah. Yeah, he will.
Yeah. So he will transfer his essence to Rey,
Which is
and
believable.
and she will become a villain.
Right, which is believable.
So he wants to do a ritual. So he's monologuing it. She's taking out her saber.
yeah.
She will strike me down.
Just a good old
And we have all
narration.
these Sith acolytes. I thought maybe they were like ghosts or something, but they're real people, I guess.
Oh.
I think. I don't know.
I thought they were like
all Sith from the past or something, right? Because they're in a Sith temple, so I thought that maybe it was like Sith ghosts.
I thought it was just a I guess.
You think they were all paper?
No, you remember the red knights,
Oh,
whatever their names were.
oh yeah.
I thought it was
like
them.
the Royal Guards.
Like the Royal Guards,
but they're all wearing like hoods and stuff.
yeah, like a darker version of the Royal Guards, like the Sith guards.
Well, they were terrible in this. So
Horrible fighters.
So Ben decides to try to rescue her. Okay,
Right.
but he doesn't have his lightsaber anymore.
Because he threw it in the water.
So he comes up against the Knights of Ren and absolutely gets thrashed because he doesn't have a weapon.
Right, he's just
and he doesn't know how to use his blaster.
He's just boxing.
Yeah. And then she pretends like she's gonna kill Palpatine.
Because Palpatine doesn't know she has one here.
Right. She has Leia's here. And
Yeah.
so she passes Ben, because she feels Ben on the planet. Passes Ben.
Scratching her back and
The
just throws
lightsaber,
it through
right.
light speed.
Right. Forces it to him, and then he does. Right, the old, hey, what are you gonna do? Plot!
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, Disney? Jedi! And he kills everybody, right? Kills the nicer men who do nothing in this movie.
They had yellow dual lightsabers?
Guys give it a kissy.
No, they just had, like, steel weapons.
Did they have steel weapons?
Yeah.
Which one?
In the comics, one of them has a red lightsaber, but that would have confused people, so they didn't use it. So,
Makes sense.
so she gets like, he's like, oh, you want to defy me? Okay, okay, okay. And he like grabs her, and then grabs Ben.
Right.
Right.
Ben came up next to her and they were both like, we're gonna get you.
We're gonna get you.
He's like,
But
nope.
He's like, right? But instead of just killing Ben, just going, he throws him. No, not yet. He sucks their life out.
Their force, not
Their
the life.
They're forced out of them.
Force out of them.
Right. Which he's like, the dyad.
Yeah.
Never have I seen this in 3 lifetimes.
Which is a
Long
time.
fucking time to
Yeah.
see multiple dyads. What did those dyads do?
Who were those dyads?
Did they do, like, what happened to these people?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
One of those had to have been
Like,
for the
I
other.
hate this. Everything about Act 3, I hate.
We're doing big gulp, right?
I hated the whole act.
Yeah. I'm actually the
Gotta
next
finish
act.
it.
The next act is the booing came straight out of me.
Oh, the ending? Okay.
So that's
Don't jump ahead. We're almost done. If you're staying through this video, you have no life.
Are we live? No, we're not live.
No, but I'm gonna edit it. It's gonna be well over an hour.
Or you can make part 1s, part 2s. That'd be probably. Cause no, I wouldn't want to click on an hour-long video.
Oh, I just finished watching a 3-hour-long video on this. I don't have a life, so I watched it over the span of 4 days. Anyways,
Good on you.
so
So
he's like the dyad, so his fingers grow back,
Right.
And he gets his
His
yellow
little-
eyes again,
His
and he looks
lips
normal.
kind of go back.
He loses his purple lips.
Was that the same actor, or did they CG?
same guy?
Right, that's
Yeah,
what I thought.
same guy. Yeah,
It's just old.
Ian McDermott. Yeah, and so he is like
Palpatine.
prime time, ready to go. In his essence, like this is like he's in his pocket. He's ready to rock.
Right. It's like it's the Palpatine, and we all know after he lightning strikes Mace Windu. That
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
That came
He's
back.
like prime time.
Yeah. Nice Hawaii sun.
So they're exhausted, on near death,
Right.
laying on the floor, and he starts shooting lightning into the sky.
Into the sky.
And who's it hit?
Only
the good guys.
every single.
Only the good guys.
We kind of
All
skipped the part.
25.
No. At that point, the 50,000.
Not yet.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, I
No,
promise you.
I guarantee you, because what happens is the
Oh,
lightning
they
gets
start
shot up.
falling.
Yeah, they start
Yeah.
falling because this lightning, Rey's little zap exploded his ship instantly.
Yep.
Palpatine's super lightning,
Who now has the triad or dyad.
his super lightning is only like an EMP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Rey's
just
little
it's
zap.
a taser.
Yeah,
It's just-
Rey's zap explodes a ship, but his full power, it's just an EMP. So,
Yeah.
because you can't kill anybody in Disney Star Wars, you can only scare the audience. So, Poe goes through the old, guys, I'm sorry I failed you, because they have like the horses running on the thing.
Right.
And attacking from the air, but they can't, so they have to attack from the ground, and they really could have attacked from the air. They have that whole mess up. We're not even going to talk about this, because it's going to be another hour.
That's an hour. That's an hour.
I hate this whole scene, and nothing makes sense about this fight. There's literally 10,000 battle-ready Star Destroyers with thousands and thousands of TIE fighters, and they can't kill 25 people.
Yeah.
They kill maybe 4.
Dumb.
Super stupid. So, so the EMP lightning is going, and then what happens? Ben gets up first, and he gets pushed off the edge. Okay, and
Yes.
then Rey gets up, and it makes him stop. Makes him stop shooting lightning because he's gonna shoot her with the lightning. And what ends up happening is, oh no, she's sitting there
with her lightsaber out.
with her lightsaber. She's laying there, and she goes, "Be with me," and then all the Jedi voices start coming in.
Every single dead Jedi.
I'm trying to remember here. We got Keanu Mundi was in there. We had Luke, we had Leia, we had Yoda, we had Obi-Wan, we had Anakin Skywalker, we had Qui-Gon, we had Qui-Gon, we had Qui-Gon, we had Mace Windu, we had Shakti.
Is Shakti the one with the cool mask?
Shakti was a girl from episode 3. She died in a deleted scene by General Grievous. There's like 3 deleted scenes where she dies.
Yeah.
But
she dies a lot.
She dies a lot.
She's bad.
And then there's a couple others. And so they basically transfer all of their power as ghosts into her to give her some energy.
To give her ultimate.
Yeah.
To give her
ultimate power. Unlimited power! Yeah. And so she stands up, activates her lightsaber, right?
Yes.
And so he's blocking the lightning, which allows the EMP to stop, and so all the starships are coming back online.
Right.
And Poe's like, "I'm sorry, guys, we failed. We're all gonna die." And Lando shows up with the entire galaxy.
Yeah, Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
That's actually working.
Still working.
It doesn't get crashed one time in this scene.
No, it's taken care of because Lando just hangs back, doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything.
So,
but
he somehow found a way to recruit the entire galaxy in like an hour. Luke couldn't do it.
Right.
Leia couldn't do it. But Lando did it in an hour.
Yeah, Lando's like, I've been retired.
I got 10,000 people following me.
And they're not even good like shuttles.
Well, it was just numbers though. It was just numbers.
Right.
Yeah. It was just numbers. So they had enough people to take them out.
But the Star Destroyers still can't hit.
I don't know.
Target of 10,000.
Plot armor. Yeah, it's just one beam would have done it.
Yeah.
So
drink to that one.
So Rey uses the Force and grabs Luke's lightsaber, and then crosses it. She's like, "I can't hold on any longer." And so she goes, "Oh, but now I'm good."
Right.
One was enough, but 2 lightsabers blocking it, and then she's pushing it back to Star Sidious. For the 3rd time, he zaps himself. He zaps himself in episode 3. He zaps himself in episode 6. And he zaps himself in episode 9.
3, 6, 9.
He can't... Daniel Fan. Oh. I hate this movie.
Grant that. Get low.
Well, I'm gonna drink it. So
it's technically, it's not wasted.
it's not wasted.
No, I said, so much for the eggnog, it's gone.
Oh, okay, it's different.
Indubitably.
So
What happens?
So she's firing back, and he's like, "I have all the Sith in me," and she's like, "Well, I have all the Jedi in me," and she's like, "Bleh." He's like, "Oh,
Again.
don't stop shocking yourself, buddy.
Right, don't turn it off.
Don't turn it off.
Just don't go. Just hold on,
No,
guys.
keep it going."
And we'll bend them backwards.
You know what this reminded me of? When we were a kid and we're like playing lightsabers.
Oh.
Okay, and I'm like, I knock your lightsaber out, and I go, "Ah!" Okay, and I'm like, "You're dead." You're like, "No, I have an invisible force field," and I'm like, "No, my lightsaber has an invisible force field breaker." Ah! You're like, "No, but I'm invincible." That's what this is. It's unbeatable, but beatable. Like,
right.
It's like it's stacking the cards to just the most ridiculous level. They're so overpowered.
It reminds
They're
me
so
of Mercy.
OP'd. I can't even. I'm like, who's gonna be able to beat that? You can't even beat that. You cannot come up with somebody that's gonna be able to beat Rey. You can't. It doesn't exist. You can't beat Rey Skywalker. Palpatine. Hyphenated.
Dumb.
The Skywalker Palpatine. Sky Palpy.
Scalpy.
Scalpy. So you can't beat him. You can't beat her. So she pushes the wave of electricity back, and it
It peels them away.
It peels them away, and then it destroys everybody that's evil.
Right.
All the Sith.
As if he was the puppeteer.
Right, like
On
all
his
the bad
coat
guys.
hanger.
Right, yeah. Well, not anymore. He's not on a coat hanger anymore.
No, he's dead now.
Yeah, but only the bad guys get like evaporated.
Right. Yeah.
But see what doesn't make sense is this is what he wanted though. He wanted her to kill him.
I have a secret weapon. I might.
In anger.
Would you like a secret weapon?
Because his whole thing was, I had your parents killed, so now you're gonna kill me in hatred. Strike me down in a pit of hatred.
So lightning doesn't work. No, don't kill me this way. You have to kill me this way. Don't kill me this way. You gotta go at a 43% angle. Go ahead. No, that's 46% angle. That's too much. Try it again. No. You're one-handed. Yeah. One-handed.
Wrist out.
Yeah. Okay, try it again. No. Make sure you get it right. You gotta get right there, right in there. Because if you get me here, it's not gonna work. You gotta
my powers won't go.
Yeah, it's gonna get halfway.
Right.
Try it again, one more time. No! You did it wrong! Doesn't work. It's stupid. Doesn't work.
No, because his two famous quotes is "Strike me down in a pit of hatred." Good, whatever. With Luke in episode
Strike
6,
me down with all of your
or 5
anger.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And then in this one, she doesn't do it out of anger. She doesn't push back out of anger. She pushes. I have the Jedi.
I have all the Jedi.
I am
within me.
I bet she does.
Stupid. What would have been more believable is if she was taking damage.
Yeah,
Like
get
Darth
some
Vader
scars
was.
going.
Like Darth Vader was taking damage when he was carrying Palpatine over the edge.
Right.
Right? It was coming back and hitting him.
Right.
That would have at
Showing
least
the skeleton
that would have
proof.
at least shown that she was struggling to beat this guy.
Right.
But he's supposed to be just the strongest bad guy of all time, and all she needed was a second lightsaber. That's all anybody ever needed, Luke. You just needed 2, buddy.
You weak.
And so she destroys him, and then all of the ships across the galaxy just start exploding for no reason. Just for no reason, they just start exploding.
Right.
Because, moving on, this is so dumb.
Yeah.
And then
This
she
is my
dies.
drinking part.
And then she dies.
But why though?
Because she was actually supposed to die, but then the Jedi gave her enough power to, like, beat him.
She exhausted herself with pushing back.
He's trying.
She lost the will to live? That's the episode 3 title.
Yeah, that's
You
good.
lost the will to live? So Ben crawls back up from the depths.
Which I don't know how.
I don't either. Just ignore it. He crawls back up, runs over,
Crawls over.
and decides to save her with force healing because he now knows how to do that.
Which.
He should have done it on. Well, he can't. You can't do it on yourself. But
But who taught him?
I don't know. He just knows. He just learned.
He's like, oh.
He's
Oh.
the dyad.
I know how to do it now.
He's the worst dyad. He's
Horrible.
clearly the inferior of the 2 dyads.
She's the stronger.
She's definitely the perfect person.
Yes.
So he saves her.
Mm-hmm.
They do the Raylo kiss.
Yes.
So dumb.
So dumb.
They don't say anything.
Just looking at
And
each
then he
other.
dies.
And then he dies. And then she's like, no.
The rise and fall of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, that's how I took it. She died.
Except in Romeo and Juliet,
They both died. Right. It was still a Romeo and Juliet kind of
Moment.
scene to me.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
I hated it. That was my. I'm pretty sure I booed in that.
Yeah,
scene.
you did.
Yeah.
I don't
hated
think
it.
anybody in that theater liked us. Because
No,
we were
we're-
making fun of the movie the whole time,
Talking super
and
loud.
we were booing almost the whole time.
Yeah.
It was great.
And we.
And I was wearing a whole robe, whole get out.
I had the Count Dooku cape.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
So, okay. So after that, she leaves. Because Ben Solo becomes a Force ghost.
Right.
And Leia then becomes a Force ghost. Her
Right.
body was just laying there, right? And then it becomes a Force ghost. And then she leaves.
Right.
They win. The Final Order and the First Order is destroyed.
Right.
That's when you know that there's no other movies that they can make. You got the First Order, you got the Second Order, you got the Third Order, but when you get to the Final Order, you can't make an episode 10 because that's the final one.
Right. You can't have 5.
Yeah.
5 orders.
The Final Order. This is the Final Order squared.
I'm serious, guys. This is it.
No, this is the final.
No, this one's it.
No, the final Order square rooted.
I think I have the final square rooted final.
Oh, jeez. So she flies to Tatooine,
Yeah.
and she rides down the sand. She could just walk down the sand, but she's like,
Yeah, like
and she
kid
goes
in the
to-
snow.
Yeah, she goes down the sand, and she kind of just checks out where Luke lived.
Where Uncle Ben and
Yeah, where Luke. Yeah, from
Mary.
episode 4, Aunt Beru.
got burned to death.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Crispied.
Yeah.
That was yeah.
So she goes back up to the top after she's done like kind of looking around, and then she buries. She like force
All three.
pushes two. She buries Leia's and Luke's. She force pushes them into the sand.
What happened to her? I thought she buried.
And, no, she keeps hers.
she
She
keeps
flips it
her.
on, and it's the yellow saber.
That's right.
Did you like the yellow saber?
I did. Because I've heard that purple and yellow. Purple means you are relatively
You
known
just
to
you,
both.
yeah, you like
camper a
you
little bit.
dance
You'll
in both ends.
you'll dabble with the foot.
Yeah.
Yellow is that you're content, like you're in that happy medium.
So I don't know, because there's really no. Once Disney took over the Star Wars franchise, there's no official like this is what each color means. So in Legends, the yellow sabers were given to Jedi spies. So
What about Jedi temple guards?
that too.
Okay.
Okay. So they. So maybe that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know, but I like the switch on the blade.
was,
That's cool. It's like a rotation thing.
Yeah, I like that.
Looked like a gear or something. That was cool. And then did you notice that the saber was made out of her staff?
Yep.
It was.
Oh, I did not
It
notice
was
that.
kind of neat.
Like,
So I don't really have. I don't know why she turned it on. It was for the fans. Look, yellow saber. That's what.
Right.
Like there was zero reason to turn it on.
Right.
Right. So
Well, actually, didn't some lady ask, "Who are you?"
well, that was after she turned it on.
after?
She goes, all right, and she turns it off.
Then that
And
lady.
then out of the whole planet, this woman's just riding by.
Going to the grocery store.
Yeah, she's like, oh, well, hell there, little girl.
Who are you?
This darn place haven't been seen at least 30 years. What are you doing here? You got a name, young one? She's like, Ray, you got a last name? I don't know why you would ever ask. My name's Ray. Ray who? Like, you care. Like,
Right.
we have galaxies and galaxies of people. Like, why do you care what my last name is? And then she looks over, and Luke and Leia are there as ghosts, and they give her a nod, kind of implying that, like, we're adopting you, right?
Right.
And then she goes, Skywalker.
Dumb.
You don't like that.
Dumb.
Hated it.
Stupid.
I have the worst stomach ache.
really?
Well, if you don't want the rest, you can pour. I feel like yours was a little chunkier than mine.
Well, my mom has.
But it's all from the same bottle.
She has.
But you had like the bottom red.
categories, notes,
The bottom of the barrel.
The bottom of the
in
barrel.
there, you know,
The lid was on.
No, it was done. There's a whole movie.
She doesn't-
You are
she doesn't
Palpatine.
Palpatine. No, I'm a Skywalker. No, you're Palpatine. What would have been better is that she said, you know what? I'm Ray Palpatine, and I'm taking this name back.
Right.
I'm gonna change what this name means to the world.
Right. She sold. She
That would've-
sold herself
She
out.
she dipped out of that name so fast.
Sold it.
Faster than Hannah. No,
Scoop.
Hannah doesn't watch my stuff.
Yikes.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
She just totally just blows it off. She's a Skywalker. She's not a Skywalker.
She's not.
I don't think she should be called a Skywalker. Don't get mad at me. You know what? You can get mad at me in the comments
You can
because
get mad.
I'm a hater or something. I just don't think it works.
It doesn't. It's dumb.
It would have worked if she was actually a Skywalker.
Right.
Which I would have been fine with. But she's not. She's a Palpatine. She should have owned the fact that she was a Palpatine. She should have owned the fact that she was going to take the name back and do something better with it. I think
Right.
that would have been way better. Way cooler of a story arc than just totally dropping it and going the adoption route.
Yeah.
And The Rise of Skywalker, the title of that, what does that even really mean now? The Rise of Skywalker.
Because there's no
Meaning that
bloodline.
I got adopted.
Couponing and like the store has owned.
Whee!
Right. But that's not blood. Like there's no rise of the bloodline.
Yeah, what does rise mean? The Rise of Skywalker. All she did was like self-adopt herself.
walked out of there with all this
So,
stuff and
Yeah, she was her
Right, no fruits
own
and
signing of her
what
adoption.
what is the rising of Skywalker mean?
Rise of something to look up to, I guess.
I don't know. It doesn't work.
It's
The
dumb.
name doesn't work with what actually happens in the movie.
Should have
And
been
so
the rise of Palpatine.
I would have really liked to have seen Anakin Skywalker as a ghost somewhere.
Oh.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Instead of hearing all the voices when she was fighting Palpatine, if they actually showed up, would have been really epic.
Like circling behind,
Yeah, in front, like right behind her.
either behind her or she's looking at them and they're behind Palpatine.
That either way,
Because Palpatine wouldn't have known.
that would have been dope.
That would have been dope.
I would have liked.
Just the council.
Yeah, just all the voices.
All the
that were in
voices
it, Yeah,
make up the council.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So that would have been cool,
That would've been
but
sweet.
I don't think she should have been a Skywalker. She should have been a Palpatine.
So dumb.
Yeah, and I don't know why someone would even ask that. It's stupid. Doesn't work. Okay,
Now that we've...
I gave this grade a C minus. I can't change it.
Now are you grading it just based off the movie itself or based off the 3 movies about the Skywalker?
Just the movie itself. I can only base it off just the movie.
Yeah.
What do you give this movie?
I'm going to give it a D+. No, I'd give it a solid D. I really did not like it.
So that would be like a 2 out of 10. No, it'd be like a 3 out of 10. I don't think it's that bad. I hate episode 8 more.
What was that one called?
The Last Jedi.
$60 worth of like lotto tickets a week.
I think I haven't seen that one in a year.
That's where Luke like
Oh, that one was terrible. Milks
yeah, like
that one was like a... That's a 3.
that's like super off.
I'll give
rocker.
it a 4.
A 4.
I'll go...
I gave it a C minus, so a number value would be like a 5.5.
What would a D+ be then?
Like a fucking 2. Bad, bro.
No, if a C- is a 5.5, a D+, which is the one step below, couldn't it be a 2?
Be a 2, 3.
It'd be like a 4 point.
No, yeah, 2.5, 3,
Yeah.
2.5, 3.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Whatever grade that comes out to, we'll settle for that.
Yeah, C minus.
Yeah. Yeah.
C minus.
GPA of you barely passed high school.
Yeah, fair enough. So we got a C plus from me and a C minus from Steven.
Yeah.
If you stuck around and watched this whole video,
Thank you.
may the Lord help you. We're two mumbling idiots talking about Star
We're the
Wars.
2 best.
I appreciate you.
Nobody ever wanted.
Nobody ever wanted. I appreciate you. I love you guys. I'm gonna see you on the flip side. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hate me, love me in the comments. You know I don't care. Either way,
Neither do I.
and I will see you soon. Maybe Steven will hop in for another cameo one of these days.
Later.